Every history book agrees on the starting point. In 1632, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned the construction of the Taj Mahal. He intended the structure to be a grand maqbara, a sprawling mausoleum designed to honor his late wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Completing a project of this scale required a massive mobilization of labor. Thousands of architects and master craftsmen spent 2 decades building what is now one of the 7 wonders of the world. But a persistent question continues to surface. Is it possible that the history taught in our schools is incomplete or even entirely wrong? When the origins of a global icon are contested, the debate goes beyond simple historical trivia. It raises questions about the very standards we use to verify and trust our collective heritage. This doubt centers on a specific alternate narrative that directly challenges the Mughal origin story, the Taj Mahal theory. According to this claim, the site was not a new creation. Instead, the theory argues it was originally an ancient Hindu Shiva temple that was later captured and repurposed into a Mughal monument. This idea didn't emerge on its own. It was popularized and championed by the writer P.N. Oak. Through books and public advocacy, Oak moved this argument from the fringes of historical discourse into a widely discussed public debate. The traction this theory gained demonstrates how effectively an alternate history can rival centuries of documented records in the public imagination. Supporters of the Taj Mahal theory point to specific physical details as evidence. They often start with the basement, claiming that a series of permanently sealed rooms hide proof of the site's true origins. They also focus on the architectural motifs. Looking at these marble walls, you'll see intricate floral patterns and colorful stone borders. Proponents interpret these specific design elements as strictly Hindu in style, using them as visual proof of a pre-Islamic construction. Their broader argument is that these geometric and natural patterns do not fit the expected conventions of traditional Islamic cemetery architecture. By presenting these physical features in isolation, the theory constructs a narrative that can appear remarkably persuasive to a casual observer. To evaluate these claims, we have to look at the official stance of historians and the Archaeological Survey of India. The ASI maintains a clear position. There is no historical or archaeological evidence to support the existence of a Shiva temple at this location. The strongest evidence against the theory comes from the survival of meticulously detailed Mughal documents from the 17th century. These contemporary Persian records explicitly log the daily construction details, describing the project as a newly built mausoleum from the ground up. The matter even reached the Indian Supreme Court, which rejected the theory entirely due to a total lack of empirical evidence. For both professional archaeologists and the courts, historical truth requires verifiable documentation. It cannot be based on subjective interpretations of art. Based on all existing verified records, the answer is clear. The Taj Mahal was never a temple. But this leads to a different puzzle. If the evidence is so lopsided, why does the Taj Mahal debate continue to persist? This is an example of confirmation bias, a psychological tendency to ignore hard data in favor of ideas that better align with our emotional or cultural convictions. This situation reveals a common friction point in modern culture. When documented records clash with deeply held beliefs, finding an objective middle ground often becomes impossible. Ultimately, it leaves us with a question to reflect on. Do we build our worldview on verified history or on the stories that we simply want to be true?